One take, one shot. This is the SmackDown review immediately following the episode. That way you get my raw, gut, visceral reaction. I can't go to sleep and be like, you know what, that wasn't that bad. And I don't get to listen to any other YouTubers as well. You hear it from me, the horse's mouth. I'm a horse, apparently. But, oh God, I wish I could cut that. But anyways, first hour, it sucked. Second hour, not so bad. There was a moment when it went from suck to not bad. And that's when Jade Cargill went from good to bad. Jade Cargill finally turned heel, and it was awesome. I loved it, and I'm so happy for her now because the fans, they want to boo her, so let it go for it. Boo her now because she's a heel, and she's going to be a good heel. I'm telling you, she is such a natural heel. I think it's going to be good stuff. I think it's going to be a turning point for her WWE career. I am loving it. And she had like a scar over her eye where she got hit. They should have capitalized on that. They really should have capitalized on when she was bleeding the other couple weeks ago. Like, that's a missed opportunity. And Triple H just doesn't know how to capitalize on a moment like that. If it's not a planned moment from Triple H, he doesn't know how to capitalize on it. So we can talk about that in another video. Let's just talk about the fact that now she's a heel turn, and they're going to use that scar for probably for the motivation, which is perfectly okay. And I'm just glad she is a heel. It finally happened. No more respect between the two, just a heel. It started off like this. Tiffany's fighting Kiana James. Kiana James is the manager of Julia. So I don't know why this match went 10 minutes. I really don't. Kiana James is the manager. She's on the lowest of the low mid-card, and Tiffany Stratton is your dominant world champion who's lost one time this entire year. It should have been a 4-minute match. It really should have been. But they went like 10 or 11 minutes. Okay, fine, whatever. After the match, oh, by the way, if you didn't know, they're gymnasts. They can do a bunch of handstands. Like, for some reason, they just kept trying to, one-up each other with, cartwheels and stuff. Not a cartwheel, but I don't know what to call it. They would just go backwards on their hands and then back on their feet. That's what they did. But after the match, Julia attacks her, and Kiana James attacks Tiffany, and then Jade comes out, saves the day, and I'm like, oh no, not more respect, but after the respect, clothesline, beat down, and yeah, so Jade is now the heel that she needs to be. Gonna be awesome. Later we have Kathy Kelly or Jackie Redmond, can't remember which one, run up to her and be like, Jade, why'd you do that? And Jade's like, because they don't reward patience, they reward power, and I'm taking it. I think she said power. I'm not sure exactly what she said, but she said they don't reward patience here, and I love it. And now we have a matchup between Tiffany and Jade at Saturday night's main event. Hopefully she wins. Hopefully this is not all for nothing, and it's not just like, oh, don't worry, we'll let Jade lose here so she can win at WrestleMania 45. Just imagine that journey, the destination. It's going to be awesome and amazing. Can you imagine in 3 years what the pop would... No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Let her win at Saturday night's main event. I don't care if you have three other championship matches at Saturday's main event. Let her win. Let me make sure my audio is on. Yes, my audio is on. I filmed something the other day. Audio was off. Wanted to strangle myself because I was to blame. Anyways. So Jade is now a heel, and the world is healing because she's just a natural, and that's going to be awesome when Bianca comes back as well. So now another interesting, cool thing that happened is the U.S. Challenge. The U.S. Challenge is continuing. I am happy for that. This will give people the opportunity to get to know Ilja Dragunov. He was only on the main roster for 3 or 4 months, and if you don't watch NXT, I can't fault you. I think NXT is a better product than the current WWE product, but I understand why you'd want to watch the main shows, and there's just come on. You got 2.5 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, and then another 2 hours of NXT. That's if you're not watching AEW or TNA, plus PLEs, and those are happening every other month, every other week, it seems like, or Saturday's main event. I get it. But Ilja Dragunov, this will be good. way to introduce him to people with a U.S. challenge. And if you want to win a U.S. belt from me on my U.S. challenge, all you got to do is comment below. We're going to talk Ilja Dragunov in a second, but right now we're going to talk about my title giveaway. At 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this belt. No joke whatsoever. On my quest to quit my day job, you can win. It's not a toy, it's a replica. So make sure you comment, subscribe, and hit that bell, ding ding ding, notification to win. Help me get engagement on the channel so I can quit that day job. I can be like, I quit in 2 weeks. I'll give my 2 weeks. Anyway, so yeah, Ilja Dragunov, he fights Aleister Black. Aleister Black comes out with Zelina, and it's like, I can't lie, it definitely gave me off Karrion Kross Scarlett vibes. It's like, no wonder they didn't need to re-sign Karrion Kross. I'm not saying that as a good thing, and I'm saying that as a bad thing. Actually, I wish we could have had them both. I really liked Karrion Kross, what he was doing, but yeah, I'm definitely getting Karrion Kross Scarlett vibes off of them. I'm sure it'll go away. But for right now, that's how I felt. They come down. Ilja did give a passionate promo about how when he was injured and he fought back, and now he is going to entertain us with violence. It would have landed better if the crowd was more aware of who he was, but be that as it may, they weren't. So it was kind of a dead crowd to begin with, honestly. It was kind of a dead crowd, period. So we have a match. It's good. It's solid. It's great. There was one time where he's about to do the H-bomb. That's Ilja's move, and Zelina literally just kind of trips him, and the ref's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Come on, you got to do something. You can't let Zelina slide on that. Either DQ the match, which would have sucked, or send her back." And he did send her back. And so then Damian Priest music hits, and it's like, oh, I guess this is continuing, and I knew it would though. But that distracts Black, and boom, he loses. Ilja wins, and then Priest proceeds to beat up Aleister Black. He has his eyes all messed up because don't forget Aleister Black did a fireball at him. So yeah, Damian Priest and that feud is continuing. He's going to beat him up some more, throws him on the table. I think he's going to do a concerto on him, which is putting your head between a chair and then smacking it with the chair. But Zelina Vega just jumps on Damian Priest's back, and that allows Aleister to get away. They both get away. So it looks like Damian Priest is going to have to get a female partner to attack, to fight, to even the odds. And most people will probably think Rhea Ripley, but I think Lola Vice. And if you go back to my prediction video just a couple days ago, I think on Wednesday, I actually predicted that Lola Vice would get involved in this feud. Because I wish this feud was over. I wish Black had just won and Priest would move on, but it looks like it's continuing. So I think Lola Vice is the call, because I think Damian Priest and Lola Vice are actually an item in real life, and they need to call her up. But moral of the story is the U.S. Open Challenge is continuing. We had a backstage segment also with Ilja and Sami Zayn where the respect word was dropped, and he said, "I respect you, Sami, and I'm going to keep this alive." And Sami was like, you gotta, it's not for everybody, but you gotta keep this going. Or I'm not sure if he said you gotta keep it going, but he was like, if you keep it going, you gotta be prepared to fight and fight and fight. And so, yeah, hopefully this U.S. challenge will get Ilja over, and hopefully Carmelo Hayes will eventually win the title. Though we'll talk Carmelo in a little bit, because was not happy with what they did to my boy. They kind of ruined Carmelo Hayes tonight. Let's go to the beginning. We have Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes all smiling, and I'm like, oh man, I loved Peacoat Cody from last week, collar up Cody from last week, but nope. We had just smiling Cody Rhodes in his suit with his belt, just walking, and then walks up to Jimmy, and Jimmy's like, hey, I'm here to avenge Jacob Fatu, and Cody's like, you got a lot going on, man. And so Cody goes to the ring, then Drew McIntyre comes comes out, and Cody's like, enough, I can't take this anymore, you want to fight, let's fight. Then Jimmy attacks Drew, and that will then lead to the main event, because Jimmy will go to Nick and be like, I want him in a street fight to Drew. And Cody just, like, doesn't really do nothing at that point. We have Solo Sikoa. There was a cool moment where after Drew is ran off by Jimmy, so the MFTs come out, and Cody and Jimmy are there. But even though the MFTs have feuded with both of them, we just cut to commercial, and then Cody and them are gone. And I guess we're getting Rey Fenix and Shinsuke Nakamura versus of JC Mateo, hate that name, and Tama Tonga. Don't know why we didn't do the Gorillas of Destiny from New Japan, which is Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, but that's what we got. Rey Fenix seems to be tagging up with anybody. Rey Fenix is on side quest with anybody but Penta right now. He's leveling up to get to Penta's position, I guess. But yeah, so this match was like whatever. This kind of lasted way too long too. There was like no heat, and okay. Eventually, I think Solo distracts, and they win. Like, I think that's it. Like, nothing. At one point, Solo was just sitting out in the outside. They should have just dumped a bunch of blood on him. They're feuding with the Wyatts. We should have just dumped a bunch of blood on him. He's like, what? You know, we could have done something. But no, they just fought. Nothing crazy. Nothing amazing. Nothing awesome. Was there anything? No, they just won. They win. That's my note. They win. Okay, fun stuff. We get Green and Julia. Chelsea Green tries to recruit Julia, and that was funny. That was a funny segment. I would love to see more of that. I would actually like Julia being partnered up with Chelsea Green. Someone said earlier, Charles Yancey said Chelsea and Jade Cargill would be a good pairing. Actually, it would. Chelsea could help Jade a lot backstage, and then Jade could help Chelsea a lot in front of the camera because, you know, just being tough and stuff. I would love that. But Chelsea Green and Julia surprisingly had some good chemistry there. We got Tiffany. We got the Tiffany Stratton, Katana James match. We already talked about that. Sammy, Ilja respects him. We go to, here's the thing. There's not a lot to talk about with this SmackDown, honestly. It just was like, the matches just took so long that there was barely any stories here and there. But I will tell you the thing that, that sucked. That just really, really sucked. We had Carmelo Hayes, right? They show him getting attacked by The Miz, and they show him attacking The Miz. They give him an interview, and Carmelo does this. No, I'm a big supporter of Carmelo Hayes. If you look at my channel, since for about a year now, I've been like, let's push Mello, right? And then tonight, I have never lost interest in someone so quick than in one 60-second segment. Literally, Carmelo is like, hey, you know what? I should talk a lot of trash about Mello or about The Miz, but I'm not. He's an all-timer. He's a great guy, kind of, sort of. You know, he attacked me, I attacked him. That's what a man's got to do. Now we're even, and I'm going to leave it at that. What? This is freaking WWE. Stone Cold Steve Austin used to, make people pee their pants and put a gun to their head, all right? Undertaker used to put people on basically crosses or symbols and hang them up in the rafters. This is wrestling. This is where you do more than get even. You win and you humiliate your opponent. And Mello, he's supposed to be the cocky upstart, the next generation. And no, we're good. He basically said, I respect you without saying respect. And that's horrible. Honestly, that's horrible. I'm going to talk more about this on Hot Takes tomorrow, but holy crap. Don't come at me and be like, what, you wanted Mello pushed and now you're complaining that he's getting pushed? I wanted cocky upstart Mello pushed. I didn't want I respect you watered down Cody Rhodes Mello pushed, all right? There's a difference. When I say that I'm tired of Yeet Jey Uso, that doesn't mean I'm tired of the right-hand man Jey Uso. Those are two different characters just played by the same person, all right? And if they're going to change Mello to I respect you, I don't need to get even, then no. That's not the Mello that I've been on board with for a year now, so let's just get that out of the way first. Kit Wilson actually confronts him and saying, you're being all toxic. And that was also weird because, Kit Wilson's his character, if he doesn't want a toxic masculinity, well, somebody that is not trying to get even with people, that would be actually not toxic masculinity. They should have kept Kit with Damian Priest, because Damian Priest was trying to get revenge, so he should be after Damian Priest, not Melo, because Melo, unfortunately, was not being toxic. I think he needs to be a little more toxic. So, like, please, 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 let's have Melo be Melo as the attitude he has as a heel. The Rock had attitude as a face. Okay, he did. He just did. Eddie Guerrero had attitude as a face. John Cena did for a while when he was still the rapper. Like, you can literally be a face and still, have some of what made you a heel. You know what? Stone Cold, I'm pretty sure he had attitude. So, like, please don't destroy Melo. Don't kill him for me. Don't kill his personality. Because that was not him. That was not him. And I did not. Okay, I think that's almost it. We do have the main event segment. Is that it? Like I said, most of it was just matches. Tama Tonga does the throat slit to Fraxium, because Fraxium goes up to Ilja Dragunov, and they're like, hey man, how do we get a title shot? And it's like, this is an open challenge, dude. Just like show up. And Ilja's like, this is open to everybody. And he walks away, and then DIY comes out and gives the cultural reference of the night, calling it Pinky in the Brain. Yeah, I think you need to be a little more up to date with your references. However, for someone old like me, the pinky and the brain, one is a genius, the other's insane. Pinky and the brain. What do you want to do tonight, brain? Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. So it landed with me, but I'm old. You need to come up with some more modern references, but I liked it. But I can understand why someone like, 20s and 30s would be like, what? Flair and Alexa Bliss. They got challenged by Bayley, so I guess they're going to Raw. Then Nia came out, and while they're backstage, Nia comes out and says, hey, you guys are going to turn on each other eventually. And then she alluded to how Alexa Bliss actually bullied her and turned on her and all these stuff. Alexa Bliss says, people can grow, Nia. And then, you want to have a match next week? And then Nia, like, stooped down. You ever want to make a short person mad? Stoop down like this and talk to them, but bent over like this. I look him directly in the eyes. It's hilarious. But she says, all right, let's have a fight next week, little girl. And then we have our matchup with Jimmy Uso versus Drew McIntyre. And miraculously, Drew did not get rolled up. This was a good match. This was actually a really good match, a street fight. I mean, it wasn't dunk your head in a fish bowl kind of a street fight, but it was a decent main event on primetime TV street fight. And it ends with, I don't know why, but you're allowed to throw a chair into someone's head, but you're not allowed to hit them in someone's head. But anyways, they throw the chair, and that throws Jimmy for a loop, and boom, Claymore kick. Jimmy loses to Drew McIntyre. Then he beats him up some more. He got him in, he put his head in the chair, and Jimmy was selling that. It looked really painful. And then Cody comes out, tracksuit Cody. He comes out, he beats up Drew for a little bit, goes and tends on Jimmy, and Claymore kick to Cody. Drew stands tall over those two. Don't know where Randy Orton, his best friend, was, but yeah, he stands tall over them. And that's going to be the matchup at Saturday night's main event. Those two. So three titles on the line at Saturday night's main event. Like, more matches, more titles on the line than Night of Champions earlier in the year. So, we'll see what happens. Please let Jade win. Please let Drew win. And then, I say Punk. I know a lot of my subscribers, a lot of people in my chat don't want to see a Punk winning for some reason, but I'm still a Punk fan. But I'm a Jay fan too. So anyways, boys, girls, I'm going to give this only two yawns, which I was surprised about. So that's one of the lowest yawns ratios. I'm going to give this a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me think about that. Yeah, I'm giving it a 6. The Jade Cargill thing was the best thing that happened, and like, but the Carmelo Hayes thing almost canceled it because there was such like, oh god, Carmelo, dude, you lost like everything, all your aura there. Get even. Get more than even. So I'll give it a 6. But Jade Cargill, the highlight of the night. All right, boys. All right, girls. Go leave a hot take, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.